Well, we tried to make it bigger and better.
The Kansas City Chiefs just keep adding more and more firepower to a team that just won the Super Bowl, and there is some sneaky talent on this roster that nobody is talking about. I truly do believe the Chiefs are going to be even better than last season, and honestly, I know it's crazy to say, but they are looking to have a rebound year, or at least be more consistent, because last season was a wild up and down ride. So in this video, I'm going to talk about what's been going on in Chiefs Kingdom as of late, and what the outlook for this upcoming season is. But before I begin, I would really appreciate it if you would drop a like and subscribe. It only takes 5 seconds, plus you can always change your mind. We are on the road to 30k subscribers, and we are almost there, and your support truly does mean the world. Alright, so the Chiefs recently got their new rings, and what's crazy to me is how there are multiple people within the organization that have 3 now with this team. There's players, there's coaches, and there's even media and production staff. This franchise really has become a dynasty before our own eyes, and their will to win has just been incredible to watch over the past few years. So the things to me that I'm paying attention to with this is that the young players and new players that just came to the team are seeing all of this, and obviously they are motivated by it. And they of course are going to get to learn from players and coaches that know how to win in the league and how to prepare the proper way. Anyways, now I want to talk about the actual roster changes that happened this offseason. According to ESPN analytics writer Seth Walder, in his article, 2024 NFL offseason, grading moves, changes for all 32 teams, he graded the Chiefs an A. The Snead trade definitely deserves consideration for Kansas City's biggest offseason move, though I think a good argument could be made that it was retaining defensive tackle Chris Jones, which Walder also addresses. The compensation for Snead was essentially a 2025 third round pick, but that had much more to do with his medical status than lack of value. We were able to confirm at least one other team was interested, but was uncomfortable with the cornerback's health issues. As great as Snead is, Kansas City does have a young budding star in Trent McDuffie, and they have been awfully good at identifying day 3 contributors. Also, the Chiefs wide receiver room is no longer a weakness. The question is whether or not it will be a strength. Quarterback Patrick Mahomes seemed especially optimistic about the addition of Marquise Brown at the conclusion of OTAs. And although Worthy couldn't take the field during OTAs due to a lingering hamstring injury, there is no denying his speed. The presence of both players takes some of the pressure off Rashee Rice, who should still be. Also, the team recommitted to Jones with a new 5-year, $158.75 million contract. Jones has certainly earned it. He finished first or second in pass rush win rate among defensive tackles in each of the past 4 seasons. But this was a huge contract for a player who turns 30 in July. While it starts with $60 million fully guaranteed, $35 million more is guaranteed for 2026 if he is on the roster in 2025 per ESPN roster management. The team broke somewhat of a long-standing trend when it committed so much money to a 30-year-old, but they did so after watching a player in the same position, Aaron Donald, clinch 3rd place for the Defensive Player of the Year award for his age 30 season. I'm not necessarily saying that Jones has to be Donald, but if he puts up similar production to the previous few years, it would be difficult to blink at $35 million in 2026, even as Jones likely begins declining. Anyways, moving on, I think Kansas City likes the competition it has created at offensive tackle. In addition, the team has never shied from starting a young player along the offensive line if they earn it. That has obviously worked out, considering Mahomes has been protected well enough to win 3 championships over the last 5 seasons. I think Sua Mateea currently has a leg up over last year's 3rd rounder, Wanya Morris. So yeah, Mahomes has so much to work with this season, but the Chiefs gotta be patient because a lot of the new players are super young and haven't been in a system like this before, and it could take a second for them all to get acclimated. The thing about this Chiefs team that is just so special and is a common trend with all dynasties is just the will to win. When you're watching them, no matter what the situation is, you know they are going to find some way to pull through. And that starts at head coach with Andy Reid. He has instilled that mindset into guys like Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, and from there, it just spreads throughout the roster like wildfire. Even with the below average season the Chiefs had last year, once it was playoff time, everyone locked in, and they got to host the Dolphins in below freezing temperatures, and they just dominated. And last season, they were winning ugly. It was a new play style that they had to adapt to, with not as many weapons as the years before. Talking about some of the skill position players Mahomes will have to work with this season, like I said, rounds. Behind him will be Marquise Brown, and last season, he put up about 600 yards with 4 touchdowns. And then for Xavier Worthy, he was a dog at Texas. He's super fast, and he's looking to sort of resemble some of the plays that Tyreek Hill made for the team years ago. And then the big reason why this team doesn't really need an official wide receiver number 1 is because of Travis Kelce. Last season was a very eventful year for Kelce with the whole Taylor Swift thing, so now as things start to settle down, I think he will be able to lock back in to get back to the player we all know he can be. But it's not like he had a bad season at all. I mean, he won a Super Bowl, and he is also getting older, which not many people are paying attention to, which is a big reason for some of the slight regression. But I still expect him to be a big factor in 2024 because he has developed an unmatched chemistry with Mahomes and Reid. And he loved Andy so much that he nearly killed him in the Super Bowl. Just kidding, but that was the craziest thing I have seen in a while. As for the backfield, Isaiah Pacheco will once again be the starting running back, and I feel like the Chiefs are really going to try to establish even more of a run game this season. It's really going to take some load off of Mahomes' shoulders and will keep him more healthy throughout the course of the season. Last year, he rushed for 935 yards and 7 touchdowns, averaging 4.6 yards per carry. And talking about the offensive line that he will be running behind, rich with talent, Kansas City's O-line boasted the league's best interior trio in 2023. Center Creed Humphrey, right guard Trey Smith, and first-team All-Pro left guard Joe Thuney set the wall for quarterback Patrick Mahomes and opened up running lanes for running back Isaiah Pacheco. In 2024, all 3 guys will return, and their performances will again be a critical factor in the line's success. Switching gears real quick, the Chiefs' defense was better than just good enough for the first time in the Patrick Mahomes era in 2023. Steve Spagnuolo has traditionally coached up the unit to be a complementary piece to the Chiefs' high-powered offense, but last year, he had the talent on the field to actually be a dominant entity on their own. And I expect the defense to be really good once again. Looking at the Chiefs' schedule in 2024, they have a pretty tough slate to start off the season. They have to face the Bears, Ravens, and Bengals to start off the year. I don't think they will go 3-0. If they do, that would be something. But they need to go 2-1 to start the season off on the right foot. That's all I have for this video. Thank you all so much if you made it to this point. And if you enjoyed and haven't yet, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe because your support truly does mean the world. Also, let me know what you thought of this one in the comments below and what you agreed and disagreed with. And also, what you would like to see next. And until then, I will see you all later.